Wearing scars in the skits, old wounds in the bits. Every calling, every friend feels like Sunday once again. From the grind to the glow up, glass half empty, you pour more up. You take the weight we hold below and lift it on the lava walk of show. This that Lavar Walker Show, where the real ones talk and the wild thoughts go. We laugh, we cry, yeah, we let it roll. Healing through a joke and a story for the soul. This that Lavar Walker Show, turn it up loud, let the whole block know. From pain to punchlines, watch the wisdom glow. Yeah, this that Lavar Walker Show. Hey, some days heavy, some days light. You still find a way to make it feel alright. When the world's too loud, when the bill's too high, I press play, hear your voice, and I remember why. This that Lavar Walker Show, where the real ones talk and the wild thoughts go. We laugh, we cry.
Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me now? Come y'all in the comments and make sure you guys can hear me so I can do a better job here. I had to reset this, and this is what you have to do when you are working on your own show. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Good, good. Okay, welcome back to the greatest show on the face of the earth. We are here at the Lavar Walker Show podcast, and we're going to jump right into it today. Well, first of all, before I get too deep off into what we're going to get into, it's looking like the good brother Diddy, a.k.a. Brother Love, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. all that, is probably going to come home today and be released. He's in court right now. They're going through an appeal. Now, before I get any deeper into this, I just want to say I do not condone domestic violence. And what this man did to Cassie in that hotel room was disgusting. It was terrible. It was bad. However, he was brought into court on a RICO, not on a domestic violence charge. And if you've been following me for any length of time, going by the laws and being objective in that case, as the case was being broken down, I came to the conclusion that, this is not going the way that the public wants it to go. We saw the jurors find him not guilty on the most serious charges of RICO or whatever, and they got him on a Mann Act, which is transportation of prostitutes across state lines, and gave him 5 years, which is totally unfair. So the man is basically in jail as far as I'm concerned, due to the court of public opinion. Is he a mean guy, a nasty, freaky guy? Yes. Yes, he's all of those things. But as far as his incarceration and his sentencing was done, he shouldn't be in jail. I'm just keeping it a bean. Do not get mad at me, argue with your mama about it. It's just what it is. So basically what's happening now, they're doing an appeal because the judge in this case, Judge Subramanian, once the jurors found Diddy not guilty on those 2 serious charges, then the judge went to do sentencing. The sentencing that he gave Diddy was based on the charges that the jury found him not guilty on as far as coercion. That's what he was saying. This man could be coercive and he could do this and that, so we're going to give him the 5 years. You can't do that if the jury found him not guilty on the 2 charges, okay? And to any black people that are watching this, you really have witnessed a public hanging, if I may say. And it's unfortunate because you got a lot of people that are mad at the man, not that they ever met the man or came in his presence. He did nothing wrong. They mad at him more because of the success that he's displayed over the years. And people feel better knowing if I'm working somewhere at a job that I hate, at least I'm not in jail like Diddy. So I'm going to go here I'm going to share my screen with you guys. We back here with the inner city press here. And let's see what he had to say. 22 minutes ago, you are very good at evading my questions. Very good. If I were a district court judge, I'd say witness shall be responsible to the questions. Okay. You're saying this was in your closing about Jane, but your verbal close, Judge Miriam, your verbal close was different. Still, it said you should check out GX 1406. AUSA Slavic, the escort traveled for that session with Jane. Okay, showing video on the plane, but maybe you can't find that was coercive in nature. The jury did not find that. It's acquitted conduct, no? Judge Merriam, I have the same questions Judge Ardea. How does the video add to the Mann Act? He coming home. He coming home. He's coming home, and he should be. He should be. I want him to get on his jet, and listen, I don't want to go to no Diddy party and no shit like that. I'm just here to call a spade and tell you right from wrong. You know what I mean? So the man is wrongfully incarcerated. This was a whole sham. It was a shaming job they've done to him. But at least I think when he gets out, he'll be more open. He'll understand that we all have is our family. And that's all. Just the people who love you. All this other shit don't mean nothing in the world, man. But I really believe they about to let this man go. Live Nation, but did people say crush the competition? Sure. Consider the Little League games. Wait a minute. They talking about Live Nation. They talking about Live Nation. Okay. Well, we just got to wait and see now. I'm going to keep updating this. Let me see. Because this is live footage of them not live footage, but this is them in the courtroom right now. I guess they trying to sue Live Nation or something. Okay. Shapiro, I guess that's Diddy's lawyer. We asked the court to decide quickly. Judge Nardini, we will reserve decision. Thank you for the arguments. This is an appeal of first impression. We're going to sit on here. This man coming home. He coming home. Also, too, I guess there's a lawsuit going on against Live Nation. That's also going on in New York District Court right now. They suing Live Nation basically for being a monopoly. Pretty much all artists are employees of Live Nation, no matter how big or small. You're pretty much an employee. But even if you're a small artist and they watching your ticket sales, then they'll come and scoop you up, and then you'll be a slave to them as well. Live Nation owns everything. They own Ticketmaster. They own most event spaces you can rent. They own it all. They get the fees. They get the splits. They get it all. They got all the money. I had to start at the beginning. Do y'all know that I was going in when I first started this show and had to shut it down and come back? I was really in my bag. But oh well, that's what happens when you trying to build your own table by yourself. Let me see what people have to say about this. Okay, so he said an appeal of first impression. Appeal of first impression is a legal case that presents a new issue or interpretation that has not previously been addressed by that specific court or within its jurisdiction. meaning there is no binding authority or legal precedent on the matter. Oh, look at that. This court and AUSA, I guess that's Attorney General Slavic, knows that Judge Subramanian went rogue on this case, as he did. And I believe when Diddy walks, Judge Subramanian should be removed from the bench. His ass should come off the bench because he went too far. You don't, dude, the public humiliation and everything this man went through, and then you still threw him in jail, dog, in like the worst jail in the world. And I mean, we talking New York here, where you can literally go put a knife to somebody's throat on a train or push them off the train and they give them a far less sentence. Give me a break. They need to snatch his ass off that bench. Let's see. I'm just reading a couple of comments here. They saying the escort traveled as a paid actor in a porno movie. Continue AUSA attorney, U.S. attorney. So Judge Nardini, okay, 5 minutes of rebuttal. Shapiro says our argument about Jane is that hotel night was not connected to any threat. We submitted evidence at docket 510-4. This is the highest sentence ever for this. Come on. Go back up to the top. What's happening, Darielle Haynes? You want to know what's going on? So Diddy is right now in court appealing this case, and he will probably go home today. So we're just watching the case right now in the courthouse to see what's going to happen. I believe he should be walking today, and when he gets out, he's going to lawyer up. And he's going to be collecting a lot of money from people with documentaries. He's going to be collecting the coin. They're not done. He will recoup most of the money he lost during this. I see it. He coming for Netflix. Everybody, bro. Y'all prepare. Now, I'm not saying he going to be no gangster, but he coming. Let me take this off real quick because I don't want nothing to pop up on here. You know, Twitter is a nasty place sometimes. Okay, cool. And then we'll get out of here, okay? Also, too, it's like two different things going on in the Southern District of New York. Also, they're trying to break up the monopoly that is Live Nation right now. Because, as you know, all artists work for Live Nation. We gonna see. I think he coming home today, guys. I think the man is coming home. But while we wait to see what's gonna happen with this, we're gonna just go through and talk about some more things that are happening today. And we'll get back cooking. Oh, I know I gotta keep talking while I'm on here, so y'all just give me 1 second. All right, here's a little more information about this Gucci Man Pooh Shiesty case. The Justice Department versus Pooh Shiesty and Big 30. So under oath, FBI agent Hansen testified and admitted that Gucci Man gave a statement to the Dallas Police Department about the January 10th, 2026 alleged kidnapping and robbery at Luminous Studios in far north Dallas. Pooh Shiesty would proceed to rest his head against the courtroom wall as his left leg shakes while attorney Bradford Cohen questioned the agent about Gucci Mane allegedly being pushed on the coach and guns pointed at him. Agent Hansen said Gucci Mane told the security, who are ex-Detroit police, "We are outgunned." Then Pooh Shiesty shakes his head in disbelief when agent says that Gucci Mane told the security to put the gun down. Pooh Shiesty should rot in jail. I hope they bury his little ass under the jail. For Pooh Shiesty to, and I want y'all to think about this. Most of my fan base and everybody that mess with me is just good black people. Good black people, just want to provide, and we make logical sense, right? And this whole Pooh Shiesty thing, this thing is about a young man who was given an opportunity by a record exec in that of Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane reached down into the bowels of the ghetto to pull his little ass up, sign him to a deal. The boy goes to jail. He's incarcerated. As he's incarcerated, Gucci still got his name hot, got his name ringing, put him on the platform for millions of people. He decides to get his dumb ass out of jail, and he wants to threaten Gucci Mane, not do the honorable thing by offering a way to buy himself out of his contract. Not that. He says, we're going to bring him to Dallas and we're going to rob him and take his jewelry and put a pistol up to his head and force him to sign me out of a contract. And not only did he do it, he did it along with his dumb ass daddy. You see what I'm saying? So I don't look at Gucci as a snitch in this particular instance, because he's not. He's a businessman, and you don't do business like that. So I can only pray that the laws come down heavy on Pooh Shiesty's head. I pray that they throw his ass under the jail for the rest of his natural life. And that should send a signal out to others of people in business. That's not how you do business. Because he wouldn't have never done no shit like that to a white record exec. Never. Never. And if you think Gucci is a snitch or whatever, you dumb. And that's why your life is in shambles. Straight up. The streets are dead, man. Y'all got to wake up. This is about being honorable, bro. Like, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's the whole record bit. Look, I'm going to give you $1 million up front. Now, typically, if you're a record exec, you can't recoup that. If dude would have flopped Gucci out of $1 million, $2 million. And that's just it. Dude gone, he gone on about his business, whatever, I lost. Now I got to go find another artist. You see what I'm saying? So now Gucci won off of him. Now he want to go do all this and just ruin his life, man. It is stupid, man. It's stupid. Talking about he coming home. His ass ain't never, he ain't gonna never see the light of day again. They gonna make sure of that. And Gucci did the right thing because Gucci wanted to get back home to his family. Gucci, listen to the YNs. Ain't no 50-year-old about to play with y'all ass. You going to jail. You're going to jail. At 50, when a man is like I'm 50, I can give a fuck about having friends or seeking acceptance from somebody. I don't care. I don't want to be cool. That's one thing I don't ever want to be considered as cool. An old grown man gonna fight you and put your ass in jail. And that's the end of it. I don't know what you're talking about, but if it's in the contract for him to pay, if it's in the contract for him to pay whatever's in that contract, if he's holding up the contract, is what it is. That's called business. That's called corporate America. That's just what it is, man. That's why we live in a capitalistic society. That's why they have contracts. And to all of y'all that's getting these contracts, if you are up and coming rapper, whatever, you know you can just put your contract in the Gemini Chat GPT and tell it to explain it to you like you are 10 years old. They can't even hide the words anymore. And I would tell these record execs, just keep it a bean, man. You can't even hide these words. But it doesn't matter because the music business is failing. It's going to die out eventually and nobody's going to care. Basically, if you a songwriter, you just build you an AI artist. That artist works for you for life, and you keep 100% of all money and royalties. That's where we headed to. So let me go back. Let me go back. Let's see if we got any updates on this case. What we got inner city. They still in there talking about. We haven't heard anything back from Diddy yet. They still in there talking about Live Nation. And then this a little picture of Diddy. Diddy has officially appealed his conviction, arguing the free calls for amateur adult content protected under the First Amendment. I mean, people still up in arms. I gotta be careful because I don't want to show anything on here that would be bad. So, Diddy is appealing his conviction with the defense arguing that his free calls for filmed adult movies protected by the First Amendment. His team is also arguing that his 50-month sentence is out of line with sentences guidelines. They say the typical sentence is 15 months, and they are all correct. I don't see how he don't walk out of there today. I don't see it. Oh my gosh. Why why Trump, this is insane. So Trump has decided to dismantle the dismantling of the Forest Service. All regional offices are being shut down and the research program destroyed. Like, why, bro? Why are you getting rid of the Forest Service? Why is Trump getting rid of the Forest Service? Can somebody explain this to me? What did the Forest Service do? All these people. I don't even understand. Why would you destroy? I don't get this. Late Tuesday afternoon, with subtlety of a wrecking ball and the morality of a foreclosure notice, the Trump administration uh, announced the most devastating attack on the U.S. Forest Service in the agency's 121-year history. Not a budget cut, not a policy shift, not a reorganization and execution. These are the Forest Service people here. Now, I'm not going to say who I believe all of them voted for. That's up for another topic. Oh gosh. But anyway, they're ripping the headquarters out of Washington and shipping it to Salt Lake City, Utah, the beating heart of the anti-public lands movement in America. They're shuttering every single one of the 10 regional offices that have governed this agency since Gifford Pinchot built the system over a century ago. And with them, the career professionals who spent entire lifetimes earning the expertise and the authority to push back when politicians came calling with bad ideas and worse motives. They're destroying more than 50 research facilities across 31 states, labs that house decades of irreplaceable long-term science, the kind you literally cannot restart once it's gone. And they're replacing all of it, the offices, the scientists, the institutional knowledge, the professional independence, with 15 political appointees called state directors, embedded in state capitals alongside the very governors, legislators, and industry lobbyists who have spent their careers demanding that the Forest Service log more, protect less, and get out of the way. So I guess what they want to do now, guys, you're going to pay to walk in the park. That's what they want. They want money. You want to walk in the park, you want to go look at the waters, $25 to $30. This is where we going. 193 million acres of your national forest in the area larger than Texas, the largest public land agency in the country, just handed on a silver platter to the people who spent their entire careers trying to destroy it. And they did it with the press release on a Tuesday. This is not a reorganization. Let me be very clear what's happening here, because the press release is designed to make your eyes glaze over. It's written in the dead language of bureaucratic euphemism, mission delivery, state-based organizational model, operational service centers, and that's the point. They want you bored. They want you to think this is an organization chart shuffle. They want you to read the word streamline and move on with your day. Don't. What this actually is, stripped of the Orwellian window dressing, is the largest forced purge of a federal land management agency in American history. It dwarfs anything that's come before. The BLM headquarters move in Trump's first term, widely understood even then as a deliberate gutting of the agency, involved a few hundred positions. This involves thousands. That one closed 0 regional offices. This one closes all 10. That one touched one agency's headquarters. This one dismantles the headquarters, collapses the regional structure, and wipes out the scientific backbone of the largest forestry organization on earth. The BLM move was a knife in the dark. This is a chainsaw in broad daylight, and just like the BLM move, it will work exactly as designed, because we know what happens when you tell career public servants to uproot their families and move across the country on 6 months' notice. We have the data. We watch it happen in real time. Of 328 BLM positions ordered to relocate, 287 employees left the agency. Only 41 moved at all, scattered across various West offices, and only three human beings actually relocated to the new headquarters in Grand Junction. The agency lost 87% of its Washington-based workforce, decades of institutional knowledge, scientific expertise, and legal acumen walked out the door and never came back. That wasn't an accident. That was the plan. The plan worked so well, they're doing it again at 20 minutes times the scale, because the people who leave won't be random. They'll be the lifers, the scientists, the ones with 30 years of field experience who know what a logging plan will do to a watershed before anyone runs a model. The ones who know the law code, who know where the bodies are buried, who have the institutional authority and the backbone to say no when a politician calls and demands more timber sales. Those are the people who can't uproot their lives. Those are the people who will retire or resign or take jobs in the private sector. And those are exactly the people this administration wants gone, because once they're gone, you replace them with loyalists, with industry allies, with people who have never set foot in the national forest but know exactly whose phone calls to return. You don't need to fire anyone. You just announce a move and let attrition do the killing for you. Then you fill the vacancies with your own people and pretend the agency still exists. They handed it to you to, of all places on this earth, to send the agency that manages America's national forests. They chose Salt Lake City, Utah. Coincidence? No. Utah, the state that is right now at the very moment suing the federal government to seize 18.5 million acres of your public land. A case engineered from start to reach a sympathetic Supreme Court and detonate 150 years of settled public land law. This is disgusting. He wants to turn the parks, I guess, all the parks and the Six Flags and resorts. This is terrible. This is terrible. They want to charge you for the park. They want to sell the lumber in the park. They want to destroy the ecosystem. And it's sick, man. This motherfucker. Listen, when them midterms come, his ass is grass. I can tell you that right now. When I tell you people about to run down and impose for the midterms on his ass, woo, hoo, 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 hoo. We just counting the clock now. We counting down. It's coming, boy. It is coming. Unreal. Unreal. Let's see what we got. Did Inner City Press update us? I ain't heard nothing back from the Diddy thing, y'all. I have heard nothing back yet. They sat down with Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen, I guess, is the Michael Jordan of pastors. And I'm just talking about like from his money angle and his business. And I'm sure most pastors want to be like Joel Osteen as they rob the people. This is Joel Osteen, and he was talking on his podcast. Let's see what he has to say.
Is there something that you've splurged on where you're like, man, this is cool? Like, I don't know, Pokemon card, like Mike said, T-Rex tooth,
No.
art piece.
No, nothing like that. I have a nice house here. We built us a nice house, but I made that money off of real estate and
You got a
books.
pool?
I got a pool, and I got my workout room.
Oh, that's just a nice house. Just not nothing too big. That's a humble home. That's humble, everybody. Very humble.
And I
Got a lawn?
Say it again.
Lawn?
I got a
It's
lawn.
Texas, so
I got a lawn.
They have some land here.
How many acres?
2 acres.
It's pretty humble.
That looked like way more than 2 acres to me.
And I
I mean,
write my
it's perfect.
I write my sermons there, so it's where I live, and it's nice.
That's not a home, Joel. That's a compound, bro. That ain't no damn house. That's a whole compound you got talking about. It's a humble home, man. Stop it, Joel. Stop this. Boy, I swear these pastors. And then look, he have sheep in the congregation. It is. All I see is a nice, humble home. You're not going to talk about my pastor like that. I'm going to tell you right now. He has a nice, humble home, and you demons and you heathens out there don't understand that when God blesses a man, that's just a small blessing. He doesn't even take our money. I saw Ebro hating on the Kanye show. Let me see something. I'm gonna show y'all. Let me show y'all some hate. This a level of hate that needs to be studied. Let me show y'all this. Look at this. Let me show y'all this.
Creative genius.
That shit was hard.
It was hard.
It felt like a karaoke concert, but that shit
But I'm gonna be real with
crazy.
y'all. I don't want to see a concert like that.
Why?
Based from him or just period?
In general,
Why?
the installations have gone too far, guys.
So the
I
global
can't
issue?
even see you, bro.
That
I
is-
can't. Like, I can't. Like,
the
what is?
screens.
This is an art installation
Wait,
now,
so they
bro.
had the screen? They had the screens?
though.
They had the screen,
did
but then
above
that's
them.
what
But
I'm saying.
it was
Like,
mad fog. You couldn't see nobody
no, that's
up
what I'm
there.
saying.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
I'm looking at a silhouette and you're
Yeah,
with
nah.
a rope attached to your back. Like, no. As far as art installations, and it's incredible.
But
This level of hatred coming from Ebro, it needs to be studied, man. They don't hate. This is a level of hatred that this is amazing.
as far as
It
a
is
concert,
genius. As far as me sitting there watching this for an hour and a half, bruh, at no point you don't walk like, can I get a regular stage at some juncture?
right? No, I mean, but again, that's
No, bro, dude, that Kanye stage. If y'all seen Kanye stage's concert, that is one of the most beautiful things. It's mind blowing. Literally, like
Kanye West.
Listen, you can say, oh, it's hard,
biggest
it's a man.
biggest
Yes,
stadium,
yeah, all the
LA. We ain't seen a nigga in mad long.
All right.
He got the new album just came out.
Nigga, I done
Bro,
seen you with Yetis on stage. I done seen you with floating stages. I done seen you with zombies. I done seen you with lights and funny glass. I done seen Kanye.
hold on. It's not a bunch of lies. He could possibly walk. I said Diddy could possibly walk today. Right now, they are appealing his conviction, and he has a great case. And they should be back in court, I don't know, in the next hour or so we will know, okay? But thank you for your concerns.
In all the ways, man.
this is the new way.
I'm not interested. I don't. He's standing on top of the world. Give a fuck, nigga. Get out here and get to this shit. Like, so what?
The globe wasn't your
Nah,
wasn't your
it
face.
didn't do it for me, man.
Didn't do
Okay,
it
you
for
put a globe in the ground, man.
And it was
with a
like the
thing, and
moon.
it's
It was like
always-
the yo.
Yeah, I can't take it. This level of hate is it's too much. Samara, you say F Kanye. How you doing, my dear? Welcome back to the show, Samara. Tell us why. Tell us why you saying F Kanye. Tell us why. $4.15 is his out day. Tell us why. Y'all, look, I'm gonna show y'all something. I ordered me some pants from Temu, and they sent me, they ain't got no pockets, but I like the pants. Let me show y'all. Can y'all see them? Look at the pants. They ain't got no pockets, bro. They ain't got no pockets. They're like, they ain't got no pockets on these hoes. I don't care though. I like them. They almost like a loose legging or something I got on. They send me pants with no pockets. I don't care though. I'm rocking them today. I'm rocking these today. Anyway, let me see what's going on. Let's see if we... Damn, what did I do? Where did y'all go? I don't see y'all. Did I exit y'all off my screen? Oh my gosh. What happened? Hold on, let me see where y'all at. The hell? I don't know where y'all are. Why am I not? Damn. I don't know where the hell the stream yard went. Oh my gosh. Now my computer's starting to crash. I don't know if y'all still there. I can't. Wait. Maybe it's right here. I don't know where StreamYard went. Where the hell my StreamYard go? Oh my gosh. Okay, this is sorry guys. We're having some technical difficulties here. Let me see. Where did y'all go? Damn, I'm gonna have to. Okay. Oh, there y'all go. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Is it back? Am I back? I apologize, y'all. I be having. Shut up. He coming home, man. He's coming home. It's about the laws of the land. I don't know why y'all making this out to be me being a fanboy. I'm not a fanboy, bro. I'm just going on this objectively speaking, my nigga. Like, it has nothing to do with me being a fanboy. It's what it is. The appeal will work. We're going to see, Harold. We're going to see. There we go. We're gonna see Harold. Matter of fact, let me pull this back up again. I don't know why this thing is tripping. Damn. He coming home, bro. If you don't think, Harold, that was just a gross misuse of justice, you tripping, bro. No, they still ain't came back yet. Come on. All right. Well, anyway, we got to talk about Samara. Thank you for pulling this up. That's right. The draft. Let's see what we got. So, eligible young men will automatically be registered for the U.S. military draft December 2026. The federal government plans to automatically register eligible men for the military draft beginning in December, according to a proposed rule published last week. The Selective Service System, the government agency that maintains the database of draft-eligible Americans, submitted the automatic registration rule change to the Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs on March 30th. Congress approved automatic registration for the draft last December as part of the 2026 National Defense Authorization Act, must pass legislation that authorizes funding for military personnel and operations. This statutory change transfers responsibility for registration from individual men to SSS through integration with federal data sources. The agency notes on its website, SSS will implement the change by December 2026, resulting in a streamlined registration process and corresponding workforce realignment. Under federal law, most males between 18 and 25 years old are already required to register with the Selective Service System in case a military draft is authorized. Men are expected to self-register within 30 days of their 18th birthdays, but the agency accepts late registrations until 26. Failing to register with the Selective Service System is a felony. That is insane, bro. Non-registrants face a fine up to $250,000 or 5 years imprisonment and could also be denied student loans, government jobs, and U.S. citizenship if they are immigrants. Currently, 46 states and territories have laws in place to automatically register eligible men when they apply for driver's licenses or IDs according to the Selective Service System. In 2024, the Selective Service System reported to Congress that registration rates declined in recent years, dropping from 84% of eligible men in 2023 to 81%. Representative Chrissy Houlihan, Democrat in Pennsylvania, who sponsored automatic draft registration language in the 2026 defense policy, argued that it would save taxpayers money. This will also allow us to rededicate resources. Basically, that means money towards mobilization rather than towards education and advertising campaigns driven to register people. The U.S. has not had a draft since the Vietnam War, but the Iran conflict has fueled concerns that one could take place. So they want now, I guess, to send the children to die over nothing. It is very sick. Bro, we unraveling. We unraveling. And this is due to the Iran conflict, because what's happening with this Iran conflict is they are going to replace the dollar. The dollar which is the petrodollar, where most countries buy oil using petrodollars. They're going to get rid of the U.S. dollar being the petrodollar and destroy the U.S. economy. This will be a war to keep the petrodollar dominant. Now, you want to ask yourself, well, why does it matter if the petrodollar is dominant? So if y'all been noticing in the White House when they always got to say, we got to raise the debt ceiling, and you're like, nobody really cares about that debt ceiling, right? The petrodollar gives us like unlimited printing power of our own money. So say for instance, right, I'm gonna explain this to y'all real simply. Say you at a high school and there's a hall monitor there and you want to get down the hall, and the only way you could pass through the hall is with a green token. It does not matter where you're from or whatever, but you need the green token. Now, there may be a lot of other tokens, but we only accept the green token for you to get down that hallway. Okay? So people have to buy their oil and do their oil transactions in that green token, right? Now, as we run up deficits and have all of this debt, we're able to export our debt and make the debt kind of wipe clean through bonds. So other countries want to buy the U.S. dollar because it is, number one, the world reserve currency, and also they are able to buy their oil with those U.S. dollars. So we essentially export all of our bad debt out to the world, and they're able to buy that bad debt in exchange for oil. That's what this is about. And this whole war, we're losing. Okay? They have control of that strait. Right? And as technologically advanced we are and as strong as the military, doesn't matter. Because in that Strait of Hormuz, which only stretches 22 miles wide, they have thousands and hundreds of thousands of landmines. Okay? And through those waters, it's in mountainous territory. So anybody could drive up with a truck and a rocket launcher and destroy the boat. Now you want to ask yourself, well, how can they do that? Well, the boat takes 6 hours. It takes 6 hours for a barge to pass through that strait. So just think of a big ass skyscraper moving down your block. Now, the U.S. military says, well, we could protect these boats. They can't. They could put a warship in the back of that boat and in front of that boat, and they could still blow that oil tank up without destroying either warship. So it's what it is. It's what it is. And this is so sad. This war is so uncalled for, man. It don't even make sense. It's just stupid we even over there. They didn't have to do this. Iran had no beef with the United States. They were not building a nuke. They don't even care. Basically, this whole thing is about these people wanting to profit from their own oil that the U.S. extracts the resources from. That's all this is about. So imagine we all on the playground together, right? It's 3 of us. It's 3 of us on the playground. 2 of us are cool. But the one dude over there, first of all, he got this resource and he make this stuff. And we need that stuff so we can make some money. So our friend is like, yo, man, I think homie over there making weapons. Like, what? Yeah, man, I think he making weapons to destroy you. And you're like, what? he making a weapon to destroy me. So I go ask him, I say, yo, you making a weapon to destroy me? Like, nah. He like, nah, I'm not making a weapon to destroy you, bro. I don't have nothing against you. So you go back to the other homie, like, nah, he lying, bro. We gotta get him. So now you're just in a fight because this other homie, being Israel, told you that you got to jump on him. And almost like Israel is controlling the U.S. and nobody wants to have this conversation. It's like, is he doing all this shit because they have a tape? Is this the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing just coming back again? Because Jeffrey Epstein is probably a Mossad agent who had these people on the blackmail list, some of the most powerful politicians in the world, and to save face, he would just rather go to war and send people to die than to face the music or whatever music is buried in those tapes. And meanwhile, the only person I know that's in jail is Diddy over some baby oil. What's happening to us right now? Where are we right now? Somebody call me and let me know. And now he about to send kids to die, because I guess if you're going to do that, I guess we will be going to war with this country. And it doesn't matter. You can't. It's like Iran is a huge country, bro. That's 90 million people. What are you going to do? There's always going to be somebody to survive and keep running it. Like, this is insane, man. Worst president in the history. Worst president. He is the worst. This motherfucker's the worst president the world has ever known. Yeah, I said it. He's terrible. He is terrible. This big gamble. Matter of fact, let's see what the price of oil is today. Hopefully the price, like right now, they just fighting to keep the price of oil down, so he's saying anything. Oh, wow. Woo, it's down low today. It's 89.59. I'm looking. Is that right now? Yeah, 103 is 89.59. It was 92. Okay. Okay. It's going up a little bit. I mean, they just manipulating the market at this point. But it's going to go up. It's going to go up. Let me go back and look and see if we got any word.
Know how that is defensible by any.
We still ain't heard nothing about this Diddy thing. We haven't heard anything yet, y'all. Oh, well, guys, I guess we're going to get out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm going to try to keep up on this Diddy thing. gonna try to keep up with it for y'all. Let me see. Let's see if we got any more. Well, this is from World News. Let's see. Judge appears skeptical of arguments seeking to reduce Sean Diddy Combs' sentence. The hip hop mogul is currently serving a 50-month sentence. A 3-judge panel of the Second U.S. Court of Appeals appears skeptical on Thursday of Sean Combs' argument that his prison sentence should be reduced because the judge unlawfully punished Combs as if he had been found guilty of more serious crimes. After a 7-week trial last year, Manhattan Federal Court jurors acquitted Combs of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking, but convicted him of 2 lesser counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, centering on all allegations of drug-fueled days, long sex romps called free calls, or hotel nights with former girlfriends and male sex workers. Combs is serving a 4-year prison sentence, which defense attorney Alexander Shapiro said treats him as if he had been convicted of the more serious counts. She urged the appeals court to reduce the sentence to ensure that not guilty really means not guilty. Makes sense to me. The appellate judge said Thursday it is constitutional for a sentencing judge to consider all of Combs' conduct in establishing a sentence. We have 2 women who were plied with drugs to participate in this, one of whom became an opioid addict. So doesn't that support the reasonableness of this? Judge M. Miller Baker asked. The same judge have a question prosecutors over whether the judge threw too heavy a book at Combs, even though the jury did not find he coerced women into sex. The Mann Act was just a sideshow, Baker said, referring to the 2 counts of conviction. Now you want us to rely us on all this acquitted conduct. Prosecutor Christy Slavic pointed to a flight from the Cannes Film Festival during which Combs allegedly threatened to release explicit videos of then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura before asking for a free call. I just felt trapped. Like, how do you get out of this situation? Ventura testified at trial. He would put these videos out. He would ruin me, embarrass me, just make me out to be someone that I'm not. She said she participated in the FO shortly after they landed. It's what he's asking for, Slavic told the appellate judge. The threats are not followed by a request to go to dinner, a request to ask Cassie to dishes. Those threats are followed by a demand. Each side was allotted 10 minutes during Thursday's proceedings. Oral arguments lasted 2 hours. Combs, who was incarcerated in a low-security prison in New Jersey, did not attend Thursday's proceedings. His sister Keisha attended along with her husband and 2 close family friends. Outside court, some of the same influencers, live streamers who attended trial, gathered on the occasion of the appeal. The judge did not immediately issue a decision. So what was he found guilty of? After a 2-month trial last summer, jury reached a split verdict against Combs, acquitting him on the more serious charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, while finding him guilty of 2 lesser counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, though the jury determined that Combs did not coerce or exploit his victims, necessary elements to prove sex trafficking. They did conclude that he transported people across state lines for his free calls, claiming legal victory. Lawyers said he pushed for his release from prison, arguing that he had. Hold on, guys. Hello? Not yet. All right. Claiming legal victory, Combs' lawyers said he pushed for his release, arguing he had already served enough time in prison while awaiting trial. U.S. Judge Aaron Subramanian rejected those arguments, handed down a 50-month sentence, saying Combs was able to get away with violent and abusive conduct for years. The court is not assured that if released, these crimes will not be committed again, said Subramanian, who added that a lengthy sentence was needed to send a message to abusers and victims alike that exploitations and violence against women is met with real accountability. How much time Combs have left in this sentence? After spending about 14 months in federal jail in Brooklyn ahead of his trial and sentencing, Combs has been serving his sentence at the federal prison Fort Dix, New Jersey. In addition to having those 14 months taken off his overall sentence, Combs is also likely eligible for a reduction in sentence under the First Step Act and by participating in drug rehabilitation program. According to the Federal Bureau of Prisons, Combs' tentative release date is April 15th, 2028. I think that we're going to see. We're going to see, guys. We're going to see what happens. I have no shows in Iowa coming up, Nicholas Dean. I have nothing. Nothing. I am doing shows here and there, man, but I'm going to tell y'all something. And I don't know if I need to push my shows here because I push them on Facebook, but sometimes, man, these tickets are not moving. You know? I need y'all to get them tickets. If y'all see I got a show, just buy that ticket. And you're going to have a good time. I've proven my, I got a little something. I got 90 hours of stand-up on YouTube you can watch to see, man. But it'll be worth the money. But when I come, Nicholas, to Iowa, you will be the first to know. I tell you that. You will be the first to know. Did you ever, I perform, I do Tommy T's some. Did you ever see me at Tommy T's, Samara? I did Tommy T's. I do Tommy T's. I haven't done it in a minute, but I do Dallas every year. I do the Improv, Arlington Improv. NYC didn't work out, man. The tickets was too slow. I had to cancel it. We got to keep building, man. We got to keep building. Oh, okay. Well, the next time I come, I will let y'all know over here on YouTube because this is where it's at. No, you watching Southside Hero? Did you like my portrayal of Haywood? Y'all check me out. I'm on this Tubi movie called Southside Hero, where I play this old drug dealer named Haywood who owns a restaurant and is gone legit. Man, I wish more had sold. That's hilarious.
I think there's one major issue that they're going
to... Let's check this out. Let's see what my brother's got to say.
At CarShield, we want our employees to be themselves.
Woo! Where's my yogurt?
I'm so tired of ads.
Woo! How'd that taste?
But at the end of the day, it's all about the customer.
CarShield's doing it better than anybody else alive. They're the money-saving, roadside assistant, son of a guns protecting you from expensive car breakdowns. CarShield cars go farther. Woo!
Sean Diddy Combs is preparing to appeal his conviction and 4-year prison sentence. His lawyers filed a notice of appeal yesterday, but haven't yet specified on what grounds they plan to appeal. ABC's legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer has more on that. So, hi, Brian. Combs' attorneys have already tried and failed to get this case dismissed, saying the law on transportation for the purposes of prostitution doesn't apply to what Combs did. Can they bring that same argument on appeal?
Well, good morning, Diane. And the answer is yes. You might have heard me say this in other segments or other pieces. Basically, what happens when it comes to an appeal, you have to raise an initial issue at the trial court level because, in essence, if you don't use it, you lose it. And so what the appeal would be, I think, by and large, even though we don't know all of the arguments, would be revisiting some of the issues both during the trial and during the sentencing phase of this case, where the defense is going to say the judge made an error in applying the law or in understanding the law as it applies to both the dismissal of charges and likely other issues that happened post-sentence.
Combs is also appealing his sentence, saying the judge improperly considered facts from the dismissed charges. What do you think the chances are he gets his sentence reduced with that argument?
So I think it's actually a pretty good argument because we did see the judge say that they were considering all manner of facts. And the defense had strong arguments in terms of saying that the jury had found that there was no RICO, there was no sex trafficking, and that those facts, especially the infamous video where we see Sean Combs brutally assaulting Cassie Ventura, should not be considered in the sentencing. But I think there's one major issue that they're going to fall flat on, where ultimately the probation report suggested anywhere from, I believe, 70 to 87 months. It actually had recommended 60 months. We know that the government was asking for over 11 years and the defense was asking for 14 months, but the judge undercut even probation, giving 50 months in total. And so I think that fact will really hurt the argument of he should have not considered certain facts and come to a lower number, even though the judge undercut many of the people's, including probation's request.
All right, Brian Buckmeyer, thank you.
As an athlete, I think I just always understood sleep as part of the performance equation. It was physical recovery. Especially as a mom, I think sleep has taken on an entirely new meaning for me. It's mental recovery, it's sanity, it's how I show up not just for my daughter, but for my work, even myself. And I think I used to think sleep was something you pushed through, and now I really think of it as something you protect.
Sattva, unlock the superpower of restorative sleep.
President Trump says Sean Diddy Combs has asked him for a pardon.
I have a lot of people have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon.
Combs is serving a 4-year sentence in a New York City jail on 2 prostitution-related charges. Attorneys for Combs have not commented on President Trump's remarks, but they are asking to move his sentence to a low-security federal prison in New Jersey. ABC News legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer is following that story for us. Brian, you say the president could help Diddy get released without a pardon or full clemency. How so?
So he...
Oh, well. You say the Ball Theater where in San Leandro? What is it? Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Once again, this has been love. It's always love in the house when we go live, y'all. You know what I'm talking about. I love all of y'all, and I appreciate the support. We going to build this thing one brick at a time, and we all going to the top, y'all. You know, y'all watch me almost every day, so we going to keep it moving. I appreciate y'all. Nothing but love.